Hey everybody, I've got 5 tips and shortcuts to make your life a little bit easier in D5 so you can produce better results faster. So let's get started. So say you're working on a project and you want to change the material of this countertop, but the problem is the countertop is behind the glass. So when I hit I, notice how my glass is getting picked up, and then in order for me to go in here to select the countertop, I have to hit I again, and then it comes up. And now you can actually see it's being highlighted. The problem is that's kind of annoying, right? So you don't want to keep doing that to fly back and forth because you're wasting a lot of time. What you can do is when you hold down the Alt key, when you hold down I, so watch this. I'm going to click I, and then I'm going to hit Alt. It's going to do what's called a deep selection. So this is I without Alt held, and then this is I with Alt held. And you see how the countertop is being selected? So now when I left click, I've got my travertine here, and watch this. I can edit it right here. So super handy, so you don't have to keep flying back and forth if you've got something transparent in front of you. So next handy shortcut is duplication. So let's say I really like this asset. I don't want to go back to the asset library, find it, and then place it again. What you can do is you can duplicate the asset a couple different ways. If you hold down Shift and any of these buttons here, so watch this, I'm holding down Shift, and you click, it will duplicate in that axis. So if I hold down Shift and click the yellow circle, now I'm free to go in 2 directions. If you don't believe me, I hold down Shift and now I go in the green arrow. So that's super handy. The other way of doing this, if you forget, is right over here is the duplicate button, and now you can place it anywhere. But I find this is really handy if you're doing things in a line. Like let's say I wanted to do these palm trees in a line like this. I just hold down Shift and I can keep going on and on. The other way of doing this, if you don't want to actually click on the gizmo, hit Control D on your keyboard. And this is going to be directly equivalent to this. Next handy thing is when it comes to placing and rotating and scaling. So watch this. I have my gizmo right here, and you can see I'm on the move gizmo. You see that right here? Typically, people will go here and they'll click scale to switch a gizmo, but this isn't really efficient because you need to keep going back and forth. What you could do is hit V on your keyboard as the hotkey to switch between them. And it gets even better when you're placing an object. You can do it before you even drop it. So watch this. So I'm going to place down this tree. And so what I want to do is actually scale it before I place it. If I hold down C and I move my mouse down and up, you see how I'm scaling it in place? So that's really handy. So I don't need to place it then scale it. I can do the scaling first and now place it. And there we go. And now I can click V to do whatever I want to it. Just like that. So the next tip is, let's say I reuse this asset a lot, right? So I've positioned them perfectly. I've done enough rotation and scaling, and I want to use this on another project. If I select each of these, so I'm going to hold down Control and Control select each of these. And now if I make them a group with Control D, or literally just clicking group here, I can add this to my local library. If I go right over here where it says add to local, this is now going to live in my local library. If you've never used it before, it's right under here. You go to assets, hit local, and now it'll live right under the model. So you've got a model tab and a material tab. So now if I click this and I drag it out, I'm going to get that same exact group all over again. And what's nice is because this is a group, they're all editable. It's not like you're stuck and you can't edit it. No, it's an editable object. So this is really nice if you've done something on one project you know you're going to do 100 times. Just put it in your local library and there you go. So my last and final tip, usually when I work in a project, I'm in the zone and sometimes I get really bad about handling layers and being organized. So as you can see, I only have 2 layers right now, but I want a vegetation layer so I could easily turn things on and off. So watch this. If I go to layer and I call it vegetation, I don't want to go one by one and select these. Right here, this is actually a filter for your world outliner. So if you click this, you can choose by light, model, particle, and nature. So now anything that's a nature object will be visible. So you see how everything's been selected. Now all I have to do is either change the layer up here to vegetation or literally just drag it. And now you see I've done it correctly because it's all in vegetation. So if I turn this off, there we go. This is scatter, so that's why it's not there. But if I included it, it would easily turn off. So what I mean by that is it's a whole nother object. So if I go to scatter and just put this on vegetation, there we go. So that's the benefit of using those filter systems. So this is great if you've built your project, but you actually weren't adding layers along the way. it's very easy to go back. It's not a big deal. So those are some of my favorite tips. Hope you like them. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I'll see you next time.